Greetings. It's the next day, I think. And so what I've got apart here is the fifth gear case and the fifth gear synchro. So here's the pawls that go on the synchro. It's kind of like a bicycle hub, like a free hub mechanism. And then these go on the synchronizer guide here, like this.
We should dig into that. We should dig into that on the show. But yeah, we will. So
that kind of mimics.
Welcome to the show. You can call me Lou if you want. I know I look more like a Bob or a Bill or a Joe. Thank you very much, Sean. If I can say something just for a moment.
A little bit of a wear pattern on there.
Honor and privilege of mine, and not for the reasons that most people might think. Not because.
So that goes together. So you got your synchronizer guide, and these pawls lay inside of each channel here. There's a spring at the front that goes around. There's one good way it goes in.
Some of us try our best to try to suppress it, but what you have done for our nation, I'm not sure most people in your audience can.
It's pretty cool how that works.
I only know because I've been there and experienced those things with you guys, and I just want to say, on behalf of the very great.
So, next step in this, listed by the green books, is to start pulling the shafts out. The shift shafts. And because my fifth gear came out with the housing, I was able to skip a step. But it's possible that your fifth gear is still attached to this shaft right now, like this. And what you do here, if that's the case, is, let me just look at the green book. So we did this, case comes off. I didn't use the washer, but you can. And then it's kind of how we're set up, but my fifth gear came off with the case. So yours will look like this maybe, and then drive this pin out first on the shift guide. And it looks like, so if your fifth gear didn't come off, this is what you have to do. Pull off fifth gear wheel. So it's some kind of funky pulley. Pull off the synchro. And then the disassembly of the gear will still apply, but I'm not going to get there now. You need a big wrench. And then this is a little tricky kind of thing. This countershaft bearing puller. To source one of those before you can take this apart all the way. And then you're able to remove the main shaft bearing, it looks like. I don't know what's going on here. But there's this 2985 support, which I might be able to make one up pretty easily to brace the gear against the case. That makes sense. Huh. We'll see that. But right now we're still focused on pulling the shift shafts apart. And it's possible that's as far as I'm able to get if this thing is going to be a pain to get apart like it has been. But I'm hoping it's going to work itself loose, and you don't need a lot of these specialty tools for the most part. The pullers seem to be pretty imperative, but the M46 came apart with mostly just dead blow and flat head screwdriver handiwork, so I'm hoping we'll be able to do the same here. So what I did now is use this 2x4. Get your 2x4, put it back there between this and this. As you work this off this shaft, make sure it's lined up in the back on this back guide, or else you'll bend it or smack the case when you're hammering on it. But put a punch in this shaft and smack it around with probably this one, something like that is what I was using, and drive it away. Keep repositioning the wood in this guide so you are pushing the sleeve out and the shaft in. And so I'm going to get this off right now. So that's positioned like this, bottom to the right. So that's, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
A-tip was really focusing on nuts and bolts of the UAP phenomenon. So partly too, but they were much broader.
So this damaged this shaft a little.
The shotgun being OSAP,
A little bit of metal wear on there.
and so I was actually part of the A-tip program. Although I worked with a lot of the elements.
Try and smooth that down. Hopefully this shaft is still straight. It's not sliding smoothly anymore. So maybe I bent it.
Alaska, Nevada, and Hawaii. Is there? I mean, interesting. A lot of USP activity in Alaska. He's had his own UAP pilot. And this was World War II. Senator Ted Inouye, Senator Inouye actually gave his arm for his country, all of our veterans.
That's really stiff, man.
And he had his own UAP experience. And then, of course, interestingly enough, he was Alaska. He was Alaska. Okay. What was his experience? Well, he reported, classic Foo Fighter experience. These objects would pursue him while he was a pilot. And they were performing in ways that he couldn't explain. They were outperforming anything that he was aware of as a pilot.
Going back is rough.
Very, very fast. Beyond the structural.
Okay, well, next I'm going to drive this pin out. I've already got this one out. That's what these look like over here. Right there in front of us. I think, politically, they're a little shy to have that discussion publicly now. Maybe they'll come out. If you're tough enough, you get the balls to drive that shaft, you can push them through either way, but it's easier to push them through the opposite of the way they were driven in. So I'll catch you in a second.